Did you burn your hands and now you have second-degree burns on one of your hands and the other hand is healed enough to do hand signs, but you need both hands to do hand signs? Well, that happened to me too, until I learned one-handed hand signs. So we're talking about kuji-in today, okay? Or kuji-kiri, depending on what it is. Kuji-in, kuji-kiri. Not really sure what the difference is, but kuji-in, okay? Yeah, so this is the first hand sign in kuji-in. This is Thunderbolt. Now, obviously, this is pretty easy to replicate on one hand. We're sealing off these three fingers, so we're going to close those. This isn't average closed this way, but this is super closed, okay? This is the first one. Very easy to replicate. The second one is Great Thunderbolt. So, we're here, and then we wrap Divinity around the air element and connect our, we connect our middle fingers to the fire element, or the thumb, alright? God damn it, my lighting went away. Alright, now that's easy to replicate. Literally just fold these two fingers down on the bottom. Make sure they're all the way folded. Fold it in, not like this, but like this. Okay, wrap it around and do that. This is a one-handed hand sign. That's easy to replicate, okay? This next one gets complicated because the next one, after, let's see. Bam, bam, bam. This is the next one. Alright, so the next one is this. This is the third kuji-in, alright? And basically, we're taking the index fingers, wrapping the middle fingers around it, and then bringing the right index finger to the left ring finger and the left index finger to the right ring finger, while having the thumb and pinky extended. Well, how do we replicate this? We're going to have to wrap the middle finger around the index finger, okay, so divinity around air, and then connect air to the earth element. So that's pretty easy. All we have to do is touch those fingers together, and we're doing it. We have the other two extended. So this is actually pretty easy to replicate. Almost easier on one hand than on two hands. It is more effective when you can use two hands, though. But this is the same one that we use in the broadcasting program, okay? So you'd be going like this, and that's that one. That's how you replicate it. It's actually easier on one hand. So the next one after that is we take the ring fingers, put them between the middle finger and index fingers on both hands, wrap the middle fingers around the ring fingers, touch the index fingers together. That's the battery. The twisted up part's the battery. This is the primary, and these are side codes. These two fingers here are side codes. So, yeah. How do you replicate this on one hand? Well, as you can see here, we have the divinity, or the middle finger, wrapped around earth. Okay, so let's do that. Divinity, wrap it around earth. So that was pretty easy to do. And then, we know that after divinity is wrapped around earth, it is index to index, pinky to pinky, and thumb to thumb. So, since we can't really touch index to index, we're going to ignore that. Can't touch pinky to pinky or thumb to thumb. So really, the only thing we actually need to do here is wrap divinity around wrap earth around, wrap divinity around earth, or wrap the middle finger around the earth element, the ring finger. Okay, and this would be that hand sign, the equivalent of that hand sign with one hand. I made a video, I made a video on kuji-in in a prior video. If you want to know what all these hand signs do, what their effect is, and how to use them in depth, I have a video on that, and I will leave it in the description of this video, okay? So yeah, this right here, that is how you do it. The next one, let's see here, this is the first one, second one, third one, fourth one, and fifth one. I'm not even going to explain that. Make sure your fingers are securely folded in and everything is securely sealed off if you're going to do it with one hand. And yeah, it's not going to be as effective with one hand because you have half of the intention going in there. The left hand is naturally the receiver hand. This is naturally the broadcaster hand. But sometimes you have second degree burns on the other hand, and it's just a mitt, okay? So this is how you do it on the one hand. The next one is this. So it's this. Sealed, but not fully, okay? And so, let's see. First one, second one, third one, fourth one, fifth one, sixth one, seventh one. Okay, so seventh one is these three fingers are folded in. And this one is folded in as well, like that. These three fingers wrap around the index finger, and the index finger goes to index. So this is index to index again. But in the long run, okay, this is only a two-handed hand sign. Because if you simplify this, you're just going to end up with this, which is almost the same thing as this. It's a little bit different, but this. If you're going to do that one, you're just doing intention here. All you're doing is making the battery every other element and having intention, or the air element, okay? So yeah, then, see here, oh wait, that's not the first one. The first one, here, 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 no, here, 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 this is the last one. So you're bringing index to index, thumb to thumb. This is bringing basically intention and drive together. This is to direct energy towards someone or something. This would be the equivalent, I kid you not. If you want to make it not the okay sign, then, you know, bring these fingers together. Can't really avoid it. So, okay, that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like, subscribe, and comment. But wait a minute. We're not even done yet, because I'm actually going to really quick just describe what the elements on the fingers do. Fire. Fury, drive, focus, destruction, and creation. Kind of like a hammer, it does both. And passion. That's what fire is. Air. It is almost pure divinity, but slightly green. What does that mean? Almost pure white, but slightly green. That means that it's pure divinity energy that's been cycled through our Tiferet center, or our heart center, okay? And so this is intention, or encoded energy. This is just pure divinity. This is Earth. I almost forgot what it was. This is Earth. So this symbolizes your material body, the way things are right now, and the material world, so physical things. If you wanted to do telekinesis, you would definitely have this finger involved in the hand sign to strengthen your telekinesis abilities. This is water. This means change, fluidity, and adaptability, okay? Now let's talk about terminologies. I mentioned batteries, side codes, and primaries, okay? So let's take this hand sign, for example, okay? So right here, I'm bringing the earth element, or the ring finger, to the index finger. As my hands curve to line all the fingers up, I'm bringing this energy just to the index finger. So right now it's between the two fingers, but as my hand turns, it's just to the index finger. Alright? And then when you wrap divinity around something, that just strengthens its code, okay? But as you can see, where my fingers are all twisted up and tangled up, my ring and middle fingers, that's what we call the battery. That's where the energy is being produced, okay? So wherever you have your fingers tangled up that's the battery. This index finger is the primary, because the energy from the battery is going directly to the index finger, and the pinky and thumb fingers are side codes because they don't have any energy directly going to them, and they're not putting energy directly into the circuit. Alright, so these are side codes. So primarily, these are what's being used. You could put these fingers away. That's going to kind of mess it up. But yeah, these are side codes. They're not as important, but they're still important. Okay? So if you took this hand sign, for example, guess where the battery is? The battery is here, right? And the primary is the ring finger. The side codes are the thumb and the pinky. And if you take for example, maybe this one. Okay? This one right here. I almost got it wrong for a second. What would the battery be here? The battery is this bottom hand, okay, because all the fingers are curled up here, and the top hand. All the fingers are kind of actually being put into the index finger. Guess what the primary is? The primary is this index finger, okay? The left index finger, receiving something, okay? The left side receives, the right side broadcasts, all right? So, this builds up the energy. This is the battery. Wrap it around. This is the... I'm not going to include the video in the description because it is an old video and my ideas of what these elements are has changed some since then. But yeah, this is the primary right here. You're giving... all of this energy is going directly to this finger. So far, all of the energy is to this finger. And yeah. This is to receive an intention, okay? So this is pretty much to receive guidance from the source. This is to receive guidance from your true will. This is to basically align yourself with your true will, all right? That's what this does. Now you could do the same hand sign on any of the fingers. It gets harder to connect the same to same, but it is still possible. So you can do that same thing on any of the fingers. Let's see if we can do it with the ring finger. Yeah, we can't really actually do it with the ring finger, so I see why it's done with the index. But yeah, to receive guidance on what your intention should be from your true will or your higher self. That's what that hand sign is for. What is, Great Thunderbolt for? This is just power to your intentions. That's pretty much all this does. It's to give you more fire, to give you more willpower. Alright? Great Thunderbolt is the same thing, except this it connects everything a little bit more because you are putting the fire into divinity, okay? Or the divinity into the fire. Same thing. And it's all going to the index finger. So whatever your intentions are, you're putting the power of divinity and fire into your intentions. So Thunderbolt is called Thunderbolt because it's a thunderbolt. Great Thunderbolt is called Great Thunderbolt because it's a great thunderbolt. That's the only two I know. I don't remember the names for the other hand signs. I forget what they are. Okay? So that's some of the traditional kuji-in. You can infer the meanings from the rest. Let's talk about a fictional one from Naruto. Okay? Flip the hands over, and the thumb goes between the ring and pinky fingers. On the other side, the thumb also goes between the ring and pinky fingers. Alright, so what would you use this for? Essentially, as I've said before, receiving, broadcasting. Okay? So, you would be... Now, the energy comes... when you have energy coming out of your fingers, it comes up through your wrist first. And when you do this, you're actually taking these three fingers and connecting them to those energies on your wrist. So you're connecting the receiving to the broadcasting and the broadcasting to the receiving. This makes a secure circuit to circulate something into your aura. So you could use this in meditation while you think of the energy of love to fill yourself with love. I actually use this hand sign all the time to do that exact thing, alright? Why is the thumb between the ring and pinky fingers? Well, essentially, what this does is the thumb is coming around and it kind of drives everything. It's coming around to the back of the hands. The back of the hands is, you can't really specify what the energy is because you can't specify each part. So the thumbs are coming around like that and adding pretty much fire, passion, creation, destruction, and drive into this whole thing. It just makes it more aggressive. It makes whatever energy you're implementing more aggressive. The pinky also comes around though, as you can see. And what this pinky is doing is almost doing the same thing, so it's implementing greater change. So if you have a stagnated aura, this will destagnate your aura and also push it forward. So it's almost like a laxative for your aura. But not only a laxative, but also a complete and secure circuit because, you have the receiving going to the beginning of the broadcasting and the broadcasting going to the end of the receiving. And so the circuits aren't just like, like this. They're actually overlapped. So yeah, that's the monkey hand sign. That's a symbolic hand sign from Naruto. Let's talk about, like, for example, the ram hand sign from Naruto. Yeah, we're using all the hand signs here, okay? The ram hand sign. Basically, yeah, you can infer the meaning from it. I am going to end this video here. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like, subscribe, comment, and share if you did. Goodbye.